Welcome to the Fairy Wren Nest. Welcome,
Hi.
Laurika. Welcome to you, Tash. How are you? Lovely to see you. Can you see us? I think she can. I think we're live. So, Laurika, thank you for joining me again today.
Thank you, Yvie. I'm super excited to be here today with you. I think it's going to be
It's
such
always
a
a
fun little chat.
pleasure. We always have fun, and yeah, it's
Hi,
lovely.
Tash. Yeah, she can see it.
Wonderful. How are you, Tash? It's lovely to see you.
Excellent. How are you, Yvie?
Well, thank you again, Laurika. You know, I love talking to you, and we often catch up, and we thought we would go live with one of our little catch-ups. So welcome.
Yes.
And beautiful Agata from Poland is here. Hi, Agata. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you are well. And here we got so.
Thank you, Agata.
Yeah, that's and to be in the Fairy Wren. That's lovely. So lovely to see you all. So, Laurika.
Yeah.
What's happening in Sweden?
I am, yes, Agata, I'm still I'm still waking up. It's 8 o'clock, but I'm a little bit of I wake up a bit later and I go to bed a bit later in the evening. So I'm not like a normal person that gets up really early, but otherwise I'm good. I just finished my first cup of coffee, so I'm on a roll. The caffeine's kicked in. So yeah, I'm doing really good, Yvie. Winter is coming. Today is a rainy day out here for us, but it's been so mild this year, and suddenly it just got a bit cooler. So more like it's supposed to be. So that's
And you're
good.
enjoying, it not being so cold just at the moment.
Yes.
I think to Agata, is it the same time in Poland as Sweden, I think? Is that right, Agata? What time is it over there? Wonder if it's the same time. And Tash has not normal is fabulous.
Yes, that's exactly.
Everyone's beautiful in their own way.
Yes, it's the same time.
It's the same time. I thought so.
Yeah. And how are you, Yvie? What have you been up to?
Oh, I'm well, thank you. Yes, going well. What have I been up to? I wrote a little summary. Yeah, I think I went on my holiday.
Yeah.
At the beginning of October. Yeah. And that, if anyone doesn't know, that's where I did the little filming of the sunset.
Yeah, that was so lovely.
Only about an hour from here. But I'll tell you a little story about that. When I filmed the sunset, like I was doing a word. Have you ever picked a word for the day? Like for your day, like to just.
I've done a word for the year. I have a
word for the year,
but I haven't done the word for the day, which sounds really cool, actually. That sounds
or week, or just a week, Laurika, And I thought I'd choose joy, and you may know why I chose that, being somewhere with my name.
Yes.
But do you know? So I filmed that, and I then we went walking, during the day, and out the side front of a newsagent. So newsagent is messages and communication.
Yeah, of course.
There was a man with a dingo. He had a pet dingo.
Oh my gosh, they look like dogs, right?
Yeah, like a wolf or a dog, and it was domesticated.
Wow.
And I went up and said, "Do you mind if I pat you know, your
Yes.
dog, and he was golden color like the sun, and the man had a golden beanie on.
Oh, wow.
And I said to him, "Oh, what's the name of your dog?" And he said, "Yindi." And I thought, okay. And in Australia, there's a band called Yothu Yindi.
Okay.
So I went into the newsagent. Pete was putting a lotto ticker on or whatever. I was just looking around, and there was a Christmas card that said Joy. So I picked that for the day.
Wow.
And then when I got back later that night on the laptop, I looked up what Yothu Yindi was. They're a Indigenous band
Yeah.
in Australia of times gone by. They were popular. And Yothu Yindi means mother and child, which is a nice. But Yindi itself in the Indigenous language means the sun. And I'd filmed the sun.
Isn't that amazing? And with the gold, with the man's beanie and the
And
the
just
dog.
little.
Yeah.
And Tasha's got the native dog of Australia. Yeah. I believe they might have come down on boats too, over the time as well, they believe, with continental drift as well, or boats. Yeah.
Wow, that's so beautiful. You know, I always think like when we have these like, you know, whispers from spirit, it
Yes,
is whispers. It's not
it
shouts.
is.
It's like these little things that people would say, "Oh, what a coincidence." It's not a coincidence. Those are the things that's when they start like talking to you. Like when I woke up this morning, the crows were outside on the roof and they were waking me like you know, like a chicken would wake you, the
Oh,
rooster in the morning, like that. And they were just going. And it was just the perfect time when I was going to get up for the alarm, right? I set the alarm this morning because I needed to be awake. And the crows woke me up this morning instead of the alarm. And it just felt like, and I don't, you know, I don't wake up with them normally. I hear them sometimes, but it's not like, oh, I'm, you know, like something that wakes you. And this is
oh,
what the crows did this morning. And you know how I feel about the crows. So it's like,
oh,
it
I was
almost
going to
felt like
say,
they were like, come on, it's time to start your day. And it was just
but
really
they're
lovely.
whispering to you. And
Yes,
I
yes.
know that you love them and you dedicated. Did you dedicate all your books to the crows?
No,
I
just the
know.
last one.
The
Yeah.
Four Windows.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that, for the crows.
Yeah.
I'll just go through here. Same as the coconuts. You mean Tash drifting on the boats, how coconuts got here to Australia?
Yeah.
Yes, Agata, yep.
Yes, that is
So the
it.
sun, and the dingo's name was Yindi, which I believe when I went to look up Yothu Yindi, the Australian Indigenous band, means mother and child, but Yindi also means the sun. So I thought, and the sun is joy.
Yes, that is it.
So
Hi,
it's
Laurie.
lovely, Laurika, about the crows.
Mm.
Oh, hello, Laurie. Lovely to see you and for you to join us. Thank you
Yes.
for joining us. I
Thank
hope you're
you.
well. So I hope you're well. And what has anyone else been up to? Tash or Agata or Laurie? Did you want to share anything special? Any whispers from spirit or anything on your path or what you've been doing? We'd love to know.
I will share something in the meantime.
Oh,
I
thank
was
you.
like, yesterday I do my card readings every day and I draw like, you know, from each of my decks I draw one card. And I think I drew like 5 or 6 cards. And I had 2 tarot decks. And the same card came out from 2 different tarot
Oh,
decks. And I was just like, that is just amazing. Like when the same card pops out, out of 2 different decks, you just shuffle, and it literally flew out, and I shuffled the second one and it flew out. It wasn't even that I was choosing them. And I turned them over and they were the ace of spades. And I was like,
Oh,
how exciting, because any new project that I have an idea, I'm working on something. I don't want to talk about it, but I'm working on something new now, and I don't want to jinx it or anything, so I'm not going to talk about it. But this thing that I'm working on, feel like this is like such a good start, because the ace of spades comes out and says, just keep going, don't give up with this. This is going to be
oh,
something, it's going to end well, whatever this is that you're working on. So yeah, so I find it fascinating how things happen like that, like these like
oh,
2 cards from 2 separate decks, the same
that
card, like
was that yesterday, Laurika,
yeah,
or
I
the other
think it
day?
was yesterday or the day before.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like a whisper, and you've
Yes.
got your new project.
Yeah.
Look forward to hearing that. Oh, wow. So
It has something to do with writing, that's all I will say, but nothing more. Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
So when did you go to Copenhagen this week?
Oh, yeah. I went on Thursday, and
By
I
train?
went up Thursday morning. I got up and I was like, today's going to be the day I'm going to Copenhagen. And we're so lucky here for you guys. I live in the south of Sweden, and we have this bridge, which you probably all have somehow seen or heard of, that connects Sweden with Denmark. There's even a TV series called The Bridge, which is based on that bridge, right? And books written about it. And it's so it takes me 50
Hi,
minutes.
Tracy. Sorry,
Hi,
yes.
Tracy. It takes me 50 minutes, less than an hour from train from Lund to the center of Copenhagen, which is like another country, the big city in another country. So
Wow.
I hopped on the train and I just went walking through Copenhagen. I haven't been there since before um, the flu, the virus, the bug, whatever you want to call it. So I haven't been there since before then. So it was so lovely to get back there, and just the people in Copenhagen are so friendly. I haven't ever, it's like everywhere you go, every place you go, it can be busy, but they take their time and they're friendly and they kind and such happy people. It's like, those happy things that they do every year when they see which country is the happiest. Denmark is almost always up there. I must say Sweden's quite high too. It's like all the Nordic countries are like, Finland won last year, and then for a couple of years in a row, Denmark won. So it's
Bye,
Finland.
Laurie.
Oh,
Bye,
thanks,
Laurie. Thank you
Laurie.
for popping
Bye.
in. Thank you so much.
Yes. And so,
So,
yeah. So I just went for a nice walk through the city. It was just lovely.
did you get ice cream? I think of ice cream.
Oh, no, I didn't. It was a bit cold that day. So I saw people eat ice cream, but I was a little bit cold that day. I thought, no. I had a nice hot curry in this small little cafe, and it was this queue
Oh,
of people and these 2 ladies working there. And they were working like crazy, running 2 people in this whole little restaurant, and there were office people coming to buy their lunch, and they're just calmly and smiley, and like it was just so cool.
but it's nice to just have a little day trip, isn't it? You go
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I'll
Exactly.
just
It
see,
was
what did
lovely.
Tash say? Cosmic and Una had. Oh yeah, I know Tash. Tash, yeah, does work a lot with the sun god Ra, or
Oh,
Anu is the
yes.
sun. I know you speak of that a lot, Tash. Yeah, and Tash does love the sun. So I knew she'd like that little dingo whisper.
Yeah, and the golden beanie.
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
golden beanie. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Tash. Yes.
yeah.
And everybody in the chat, we've got Tash, Laurie's just left, we've got Agata, and we've got the beautiful Tracy from Two Rocks. So how are you all? And have you been doing anything special? You can pop it into the chat. We'd love to know what you're doing because we'd really, yeah. Oh, Agata says it's freezing in Poland. Oh, totally freezing. Wow.
So did anybody want us to do some readings for them this morning?
Yeah,
or
does
evening,
anyone,
depending on where you are?
yeah, would anyone or anything they've been... Also, too, I didn't mention to you before, Laurika, and to everybody, I went to the Van Gogh exhibit where they have the lights.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh,
wow.
And they put beautiful quotes of Van Gogh and his sunflowers. We're talking about the sun again. Love the sunflowers. So I'll do a little video and the beautiful quotes they put up from letters that he wrote, I think to his sister or sister-in-law, brother-in-law.
His brother. He and his brother wrote almost every day to each other. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh,
yeah.
Really beautiful. The lights. It was just beautiful. So I'll be doing a little video on that to show you. And yeah, so Agata is freezing. And
Tracy, you're hilarious.
Tracy's on her PlayStation. Tracy, do you shout at your PlayStation? Because my son shouts at the PlayStation.
My husband's son is the same when he plays his games. He goes ballistic behind that gaming thing. You know, I went to the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I went there years ago when I was there, and oh my gosh, it was amazing. It just showed all his art and the letters from between him and Theo, his brother. I love Van Gogh. I had my dad actually. It's a bit heavy. I can't pull it out, but he did this big street cafe. My dad was a painter.
Yeah, he was a painter.
And I asked him to do the street cafe of Van Gogh for me as a painting. So I have it that my dad did. So it was really, really cool.
That'd be beautiful. You have to show us sometime, Laurika.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm sure you do, Tracy. well, maybe, she shouts.
Oh, my son plays basketball and FIFA, the soccer.
Oh.
That's the only two games he plays with friends.
Yeah.
And we go walking at night, and there's 3 young gentlemen that live a couple of streets over. And because we walk at night, they play with their blinds open, and they're each playing PlayStation in the room.
Oh,
and you can see them shouting at night. So we said, they must be playing. You know, you can see them go.
Yeah, exactly. That's so funny.
That's so funny. It's so yeah, would anyone like a reading as we gather here at all? Is anyone happy for a reading, or we can keep talking about our day or what we've been up to, or would anyone like a reading while we're here today? Just gathering.
Yeah, it's funny to see. I wish I could see that. You should snap a photo quickly in one evening and send it to us.
It's so funny because they've just got the curtains.
Yes.
And they just must be renting a house, and they're probably men in their 20s or early 30s, but they're so funny to watch at night. We walk past and we say, I wonder if they'll be shouting. They must be playing each other in different rooms.
Yeah, fantastic. I love it.
Oh.
Agata, do you want a reading?
Funny, it is funny, Tracy. Yeah. So we've got Agata. Yep. Anyone else? Agata would like a reading?
Yes.
Do you have any questions, Agata, or anything special? Any special question, or do you want an angel reading, an angel card from me or anything, or what would you like? Want to ask a question?
Or just a general?
Or just a general Agata, it's up to you. Whatever comes.
All righty. I'm going to stand up a bit.
Whatever comes.
Whoops.
Beautiful message for Agata.
So I have 2 cards here for Agatha. Shall I go, Yvie?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first one is the 6 of Pentacles, which is, for me, the card of giving and receiving. And it's a card that you see the lady, and I see you as the Agatha. I feel that you are the one in the middle. This lady that's handing out these gifts to both the older lady and the boy. And what it feels like is, remember to be generous, not just with things. I don't see this as necessarily physical things, but spiritual things, because the second card I pulled is the spirituality flower. It's the African violet, and it's time to connect with what you believe, it says. But for me, it feels like what it's saying here is that you should make sure that when you have something to share with people, share it freely. And it feels like it's more to do with whether it's called spirituality or a knowledge that you have, or something that may be on your mind, that a lesson or something like that, right? Be generous with sharing those things, because this card also relates to, like, sometimes you are the one that receives and sometimes you're the one that gives, and it feels right now you're the one that is maybe needs to give something, right? And then, because in another year or so you might be on the other side of receiving, and both those 2 things are great to be in, both of those positions, the giving and the receiving. So it has something to do with spirituality, like a emotion or a lesson that you need to share with somebody. So that's what I got.
That's beautiful. And I got this beautiful card. Can you see that?
Oh, yes. Wow.
And it's gratitude and appreciation.
Oh, yes.
And there's this beautiful child in a beautiful garden with a unicorn, and look at the beautiful rainbow, this hope on the horizon.
Oh, wow, I see it up there.
Yeah.
Oh.
And just to perhaps, Agatha, to perhaps you look back a little bit to how you felt when you were a little girl, and everything, everything was wondrous.
Yes.
And perhaps sometimes as we grow older, we may reflect and lose a little bit of that, or perhaps it's, look towards the horizon and really focus on what you have. You may think, you may feel you're missing something, or write down each day what you're grateful for and appreciate. But I know Agata loves to draw, and this unicorn's horn is very much like drawing that rainbow in the sky.
Oh my gosh, it's so true. Yeah.
So Agata, I believe you can draw yourself, your future. into being. And also too, I don't know if you feel people in the past haven't appreciated you for who you are, that little girl, that beautiful person. But know that they do, you know, in that garden. And I know you love to take photos in the garden. So gratitude and appreciation of those in your life and for yourself as well. So I think that's really, and she's happy. She looks so happy.
Yes, she does. She looks like she's in a magic land, like this landscape that's just surrounded with all this beauty around her, the creatures and, you know, she's walking bravely with this unicorn towards the rainbow.
Yeah.
So
And it's always there. It's always there. Even though we grow up, we can always dream. And look at the world through wondrous eyes. Sometimes it can be harsh, but there's that rainbow. I think that's beautiful, Agata. I hope that helped you.
And the just one more thing. I was just reading this on the flower. It's time to connect with what you believe. And isn't that what Yvie just said, you know, with the drawing or the thing that makes you happy? That you know, that joyfulness, connect with that, maybe that child or that creativity, whatever that is, right?
That's beautiful. Yes. And I love what Tash said. Yeah. Spinning yourself around if you were a child clockwise. That's lovely.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, heck. Dorothy with a unicorn.
Yes. That's it.
And shine in your own light. Maybe there's a saying too, like in a field of horses, you can be the unicorn perhaps in there.
Yeah, exactly. Using the magic. Magical
The
unicorn.
magic.
Yeah.
So I hope that gives you a little bit of inspiration, Agata.
Yeah.
So anybody else? We've got the beautiful Tracy.
Ooh.
Lovely to see you, Tracy. So what do the angels want me to know? Okay, and Laurika will draw. So we'll do an angel card for... Do an angel. Might do this one for Tracy. Tash. Big love, Tash. It does. Perfect. Okay. So for Tracy. Ooh. You're right, Laurika. You.
Did you want to start, Yvie, or do you want me to start? Or
Doesn't I want me to go first this time? I can go first. So Tracy has the Queen of Swords.
Oh, I love
Isn't
the
she?
Queen of Swords. Yeah.
Isn't she beautiful?
Yes. Oh.
And she's definitely in her garden, and she's got beautiful butterflies around her. So Tracy, that's definitely in my book, Whispers from Spirit, little butterflies. And just looking at that picture, I feel in your garden, there's beautiful Madonna lilies too, which are very much for remembrance. The Madonna lilies here, which is beautiful, but it says brilliant, experienced, humorous, releasing situations or people that no longer serve you, seeing the humor in difficult situations and focusing on, it says career. I know that Tracy has a business, and I know you've just put out a new advertisement for Tracy, for your beautiful business as well. Here it says divorced or unmarried individuals. So I don't know if there's someone who's having marital problems around you, Tracy. So I don't know. Does that make any sense to you? But she's really beautiful. I love her sword, and she's very gentle with that butterfly on her sword, isn't she?
Yeah, she's amazing.
And I know often if we sit still long enough, that's when the butterfly will land like aloft on our shoulders.
Yeah.
If we take the time in our garden. So I don't know if that helps you at all, Tracy. The sword of Gryffindor. It only makes us stronger, yes. So what did you get for Tracy, Laurika? What?
I got something that it feels to me like it adds to what you were saying, because you got the Queen of Swords, which is the lady that's like, it's like you say, success and fruition. She's like this really powerful individual with the mind, all to do with like things in the mind, right? It's like
Yes.
and those kind of things. Whereas, and then you talked about her business, right? And how she's just put out new ad. I didn't know about this. And here comes the Ace of Pentacles, which is Pentacles are the new beginning.
Yes.
And it has to do with finances and business and career. And so what's beautiful about this card is just fantastic, because it means, Tracy, whatever it is that you're planning or starting right now is very super positive. It's if the thing that you have that you're going to start, whether it is maybe a new direction or doing something more in what you're in your business, in your planning, in whatever it is that you want to do, just keep going with that and focus on that, because this is such a good new start for you. And it comes with a little something that's it's the tiger lily, which stands for security. And so it just says that this new thing that you're planning is such a positive thing. This is really a good thing for you, whatever it is that you're thinking of doing or that you've started doing. But it also says just maybe don't go too crazy in some direction. Maybe don't spend too much money on it, or just make sure that, you have your security. It's like, oh, wow, that is amazing, Yvie.
Yeah, wow. There's something around, yeah.
So anyway, so just, whatever the thing is, if you're planning something new, if you're going in a new direction, I think what the angels are saying to you is just keep going with that. Just whatever your plan is, keep going, and just know that it's whatever it is, it will work out for you in a very good way. It's a really good new beginning for you. So.
Gee, that sounds, yeah. And you see what Tracy, and she's the divorce papers. So that was, you had a bit of that energy around you. And the
Yeah.
butterflies on your photos. Wow.
That's amazing. It's absolutely fantastic. I have a Facebook account if anybody has is on Facebook and wanna join. And I just posted this week a video about butterflies in Mexico. And on the Day of the Dead, apparently in Mexico, they have that big celebration once a year, which
Yeah.
is called the Day of the Dead, and they dress up and they paint their faces, and it's absolutely beautiful. I love that what they're doing during that time, and the monarch butterflies, which is
Butterfly.
those,
I knew you were going. They're in the
yeah,
forests over there.
yeah,
Yes.
and they
Yes.
literally arrive on the Day of the Dead. They arrive in Mexico for their annual, like birds fly south. These monarch butterflies go to Mexico
Yes.
once a year, and they arrive on the Day of the Dead. So the locals are starting to say that the Day of the Dead, when the monarch butterflies come, it's the spirits that arrive. So they call the butterflies the souls of the dead of their relatives that have arrived to come and talk to them and give them messages. Isn't that beautiful?
I didn't know that, but I have seen it like with the Day of the Dead. So I haven't known about that, but I have seen a documentary on the monarch
Yes,
butterflies
yes,
and
yes,
the big well, I know they're in the Amazon, big Amazon forests, I
yes,
believe.
yes.
Yeah. So, and how they migrate and they're gathering, yeah. And as Tash said to them, yeah, that is beautiful. And I've actually done a video that, speaking of butterflies, that I haven't put up. I did it ages ago. I'm actually in my backyard twirling a monarch butterfly umbrella.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'll put it up sometime, but it's funny. That's beautiful that you found that out about on that exact day.
Yeah, I don't know how but it literally seems to be on that day because was like some documentary that they were filming about it. It's really cool.
That is beautiful. I love that. And so, well, Tracy, I hope that helped you.
Thank you,
And yeah, I'm
Tracy.
sorry to hear about your stepdaughter
She
with the
has
divorce. I'm sorry to hear that.
another message below that as well.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
No, that's fine.
And Tash got so beautiful. Verb, and she's yeah. That's and I think. Oh, where did I put the card? I was going to mention. Yeah, even though the Queen of Swords, she's strong and she's powerful, and however the textbooks describe her, I'm not a studier of tarot. So I went off a lot of that picture.
Yes.
I'm very much oracle, what you see outside. So that's why my tarot will be not as per books. I'll
Yeah.
just come out with a little bit of this or that. But I was going to say there's very much gentleness with her. And you're being gentle with yourself there. And you've got this big like Archangel Michael's sword too that reminds me of. Around you,
And then
Tracy.
also the security card makes much more sense now, Tracy, now that I read what you
Yes.
said about letting things go. Because I think it says that even though if you start something new now and like you say you you haven't pushed yourself maybe, I think that this means that is the right thing, because make sure that that you don't start too fast. Stay safe, and security is not just financial, it's security in your health, in your body. So make sure that, like, exactly what you're doing now, keep doing that. Don't push yourself too hard for to get going with things, because your body and your spirit and your soul needs to find that balance again inside of you. And it's so funny that as soon as I started talking about that security, my ear is just going like, and whenever that happens is like, it's an important message. I get that from time to time, like when I read the cards and I get a message that I need to share, my ear goes like a high pitch. And then when I'm done, now it's finished.
And it's finished.
Like, it's like so bizarre.
So it's very elevated, a really elevation of.
Yeah. So Tracy, definitely make sure what you are doing, don't push too hard, stay safe within your body, within your, be kind to yourself when you start anything new.
Beautiful. Yeah. I'm glad that helped. And the reading helped Agata too from before. Tash says, cool. Tash, would you like a reading? Would you like a little reading from us? I must show you. I've got, I got a beautiful necklace Tracy gave me.
Oh, lovely.
Last Christmas, I told her I'd wear it, and it says soul sister. We call each other a soul sister.
Oh, it's wonderful.
And actually, Tash sent me this beautiful, we were talking about sparkle? She sent me Oberstein, that's her rainbow, Laura Keats, beautiful feathers.
Oh, lovely.
And some shells. So I thought I'll show those today.
Oh.
Isn't that beautiful? And my neck, a little. And I used Laurika's card, and I got a beautiful letter from Wren, which I was going to thank her for if she popped in, but it's too early for Wren. Too early for Martha too. So thank you. Oh, I'm glad that helped. Yeah. It's all telling that story. It's all woven. I need a good chutney recipe. So Tash, do you want a reading?
I think so.
Yeah? We can do you a reading, Tash.
Shall we do one for her? Does she want it? I don't want to read if she's not.
Making some chutney. Oh, these. You put the feathers in the chutney.
Okay, she wants to
turn these in, or turn some into earrings, the shells. Yeah, I want to make some earrings out of the shells. I will do that, Tash. And okay, and Tash, you ready for a reading?
Yes.
What can we do, Tash? Oh, the feathers. Turn them into wings. I love the feathers. Have you got any questions, Tash, or just a general? Yes. Make some earrings out of them. They'd be beautiful. I might do a video on that, Tash. Feather making earrings. Okay. Message for Tash. Oh, she needs a good chutney recipe. Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay. I'm going to use a different deck then. Let's see. I'm going to use this angel deck anyway and see if they've got a chutney recipe. Actually, yesterday we went to the beach and I went took my kite, so we did a bit of kite flying. But we called in and got some sandwiches, and we were talking about chutney. Pete was saying, has yours got chutney on it? Like a pickle? I am multi-being. It makes sense. Beautiful. Okay. You're going to go first, Laurika?
Yeah. I have this beautiful card with two lovers sitting together, or friends, or it looks very romantic, and they're having a meal. And if you look at the cats, the one cat is giving the other cat some fish, kind of like a shellfish. So it is, Tash, for you, this message is all about romance and love, and look at the sun behind them. It's like riding off into the sunset, kind of an idea, right? So it's just like, this is like the most happiest card. I love to see this because it just makes me smile. It makes me feel nice and warm and cozy inside. And whatever this thing is, whatever this means for you, Tash, in your recipe, it's a wisteria, is the flower, and it means that whatever this thing is going to be around for a long time. It's gonna last, whatever this is in your viewpoint.
It's a recipe of love.
Stay dedicated to this thing.
Yes.
And plan it and be kind and gentle to this thing, and it will last. So I'm so glad it makes sense.
That, Tash and Laurika, there's the recipe. You already have the recipe.
Yes, you're already eating.
You have love. You have, I know you have wolf. You have the love. You've already got the chutney recipe.
Yes.
That's just, wow. That's wow. And what's Tracy say here? She's got fantastic.
Wonderful.
Oh, Tracy's got that deck.
Yeah, it reads really well, Tracy. But I had a it's a very interesting deck for me because I really love this deck. And then early last year, I started reading with it. I read with it before then, and something happened with the deck. I think I went to a fair and I was reading for loads of people.
Yes.
And it was hours and hours. This was last year. And when I came back from the fair, I rest the deck on the shelf in the window by moonlight, by sunlight, so it can clear and whatnot. And then suddenly the deck started behaving really oddly, and it just gave me horrible readings. And I got so upset with it that I gave it away. I gave it to a friend. Me and this deck, it was just like. And then this year, about 2 months ago, I taught a tarot class at a witchy house, and this deck was standing on the shelf at this witchy shop that this lady has. And and it just called to me. So I bought it again. And now we're friends again. So it's like, yeah, Tracy, I have a love-hate with it. I love this deck, but we had a little bit of a fallout, shall we say.
See how it came calling back to you? Tracy and I have a story to tell with Titania's fortune cards.
Oh, yeah.
Now, they came out in the late 90s, and Tracy had them and used them, didn't you, Tracy? The Titania she loves Titania fortune cards, but she got rid of them, and it begs for
Maybe I had to ask for forgiveness from it because I pushed it so hard. But we had a bit of. But you're right, Agatha.
Well, Tracy, she got rid of her deck back early 2000s, late 1990s. And so I did, when we met, I talked about it as well. I got the deck. It was late 1990s, I threw it out because and Tracy said it went off for her, so she got rid of it. But years later, she loves it and it reads like a gem.
Yeah,
But I cannot go back to it.
no.
I actually put it in the bin.
Oh, no. I gave it to a friend. I gave it to Manuela. She loves
Oh,
it. She loves it. So, yeah.
So
But,
Tracy.
Tash.
So we'll just go back to Tash.
Yes,
She
we
has all those
continue with
beautiful
Tash's
things. Sorry,
beautiful
Tash.
reading.
So I thought I've changed decks for you, Tash, because you've got the recipe at all. It's all there. You've already got that recipe and it's beautiful.
Yes.
It's love recipe. So I changed decks to the Enchanted Love that I just put on my channel recently because I really haven't bought many decks. I really don't have a lot, really. So I think the recipe, you've got the love already in your recipe, so I've chosen this deck. And what? Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's how it works, Tracy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tash. It's my pleasure.
So Tash's recipe for chutney and love recipe, beautiful card for Tash. So I thought this would be lovely, Enchanted Love. Let's see what I'll turn this over and
fell out.
Oh, she's beautiful. You've got a pretty, she's a little ballerina.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't she beautiful?
Wow, that is so pretty. Look at her.
I don't know if you did dancing when you were younger, Tash, or if you do. I know you like movement, but this one says rest. When you support yourself with peace, quiet, and decadent rest, you allow the universe to support you. And it says, I settle my mind and surrender into nourishment. Yeah.
About the chutney recipe, right? It's about that, like you said, the universe supports you. Look how happy they are. And the rest is like what you said, they sit there and having a lovely evening with the sun behind them. Yeah.
Yeah, peaceful, you're peaceful, you've rested, you're supporting each other. You already have the magical recipe.
Oh my gosh, Tash, what a beautiful reading for you.
Isn't that beautiful? As I said, I don't know if you did any dancing or you've got a little, I don't know if you've got a music box with a little ballerina dancer in it at all. Don't know.
So beautiful. Yes, that's amazing.
Yes.
And
you
she
do.
looks like that little girl in that card, that ballerina, she looks very like loving, like, yes,
Yeah. That is beautiful. Yeah, you do work with
spinning with the ballerina.
Yeah, the heart deck's beautiful. Just when you want to hug and just they're beautiful readings tonight, Laurika.
Yeah, it's so uplifting,
isn't it? Would you like me to do you a card at all?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Anything you want to draw for me. I'm up for message from the angels.
A message for the angels?
Yes.
I just wanted to share with you how I went to the beach yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And although I've still got sand in it, I got some really beautiful shells.
Oh, they're beautiful. Wow.
Look at that. And it's really big.
And it's fully formed still.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this one, I got another one. This camera.
Wow.
But why I'm sharing them with you just for today, I drew a card for myself.
Oh. Yes.
And this fell out and it actually looks, she's in a shell, and it says, "Can you hear me?"
Oh my gosh, look.
Like, because I put these beside, I thought to bring in some nice energy and I'll show them.
Yeah.
And then I said, about today's readings, and that came out. Can you look?
Oh,
She's a shell.
and can you hear me? Can you hear the whispers from
Yes.
spirit? Yeah, and the shells, but it's like represents spirit, what we call this chat whispers from spirit. It's just beautiful, Eve.
Isn't that? Yeah.
Yeah, very
But they're
special.
the shells I got, yesterday.
Wow, Evie, those are stunning.
Aren't they? Yeah, they're gorgeous. They're
Yeah.
just, I'll just go through his vortex. Yeah. Generating the beautiful energy into the universe, universal peace, beautiful shells. Yeah, the energy. Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah,
because
it's amazing.
they
Absolutely.
it just sort of fell out. I just thought, what's the energy? But okay, now, Laurika, you would like an angel reading?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Let's just see what we can do. Laurika, we'll do one of these. Beautiful angel reading. Okay, Laurika, you have the Two of Pentacles.
Oh.
So you are juggling a few things at the moment.
Yeah, I always juggle so many things. I never have one project. I always have 3 or 4 on the go.
Yeah, you're juggling and you're doing multiple. You're actually working quite hard behind the scenes, but yeah, juggling a few things, a lot of things going on in your mind,
Mhm.
and trying to balance it all, plus having that peaceful and a fun, a mixture of
Mm.
work, rest, and play, I think they call it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's to do with money either.
Yeah, I think you
Or have you found any lucky coins lately
no,
on your
I think
travels?
it's could be with money. Yeah. Yeah, it could be. It could
Could be
be.
with money.
But it could
And
also, but I'm also doing quite a few projects at the same time. That's like, I always just do that. But I like the idea that you said about the, like balancing the fun with the work kind of
yeah,
thing, because that's what I always
works, rest, and
try.
play
Yes.
very much to balance.
Yes, exactly.
You're not going traveling or overseas soon, or there's water?
We've been talking about it, but we're not going to do anything soon, but we have
Soon.
been discussing it a lot. So
Not
to start
cruising or anything? Cruising or fishing or boating or
no,
no?
that's fine. I'm not so big on cruise. I went on a cruise with my mom. So
Oh wow! Where
yeah,
did you
before
go?
she passed away, she always wanted to do a cruise. And
Oh,
so me and her went together on this really amazing special cruise, and in South Africa for just 4 days on this big ship. And it was so lovely to just be with her.
oh,
Just me and her shared a cabin. And it was lovely. Just
oh! A
amazing.
lovely memory of
Yeah, so that's beautiful.
it, actually. And yeah, he's juggling in this. I love this because he's actually juggling like clocks or a
Oh,
stopwatch. I don't know
oh
if you have
yeah.
a clock or a stopwatch or anything, but it's got the affinity. He's got the affinity circle on his jumper.
Yes, I see that.
So there's a
Yeah.
connection, perhaps cruising with your mum, there's no beginning and no end with your connection.
Yes. Oh, wow. Thank you.
And actually, this is Zad Kiel. So he is actually an educational tutor.
Oh, I
And
like
that's
that.
where you're very much like that. And he aids in memory, helping with your memories. But he's very great for students.
What is his name?
Zad Kiel, Zadkiel. He's
Oh,
also
yes.
the angel of forgiveness.
Oh, wow. Now that I needed to hear. That is really because that message is touched immediately. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
That
wow.
one.
I've got
More forgiveness
shivers.
of myself than anybody else. Like, yeah.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
got little shivers,
Yeah,
Laurika.
that I definitely needed to hear. It's something I've
And
been working on for ages and ages. It's not, it
and
seems like that's my one thing I struggling with that thing. Yeah.
very
Wow.
much mercy and compassion, but
Mm,
also towards yourself and others. But
mm,
working both. Yeah, but definitely around learning as
mm.
well, but being a
Yes.
teacher.
Yes. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, thank you, Evie. That message I needed to hear today.
But yes, it's definitely the angel of forgiveness.
Yeah.
Zizad Kiel, definitely.
I'm gonna check him out.
But keep your eye open for some coins.
Okay.
Coins, I thought coins or some sort of stopwatch or clocks, or I don't know if anyone had a watch or a stopwatch from the
Yeah.
past or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to trigger. Yeah.
It'll trigger. I find a lot of these readings, a few days later, something happens. I'm like, oh, that's what it was. It happens all the time. And I'm always immediately like, and then I'm like, that's what she was
Yeah.
talking about.
Or maybe the infinities. You don't have an infinity tattoo?
No, I don't have that one. Maybe I should get one of those. I'm sure I can plan it, but I have space.
Ra is back, and we've got mending. Well, this has been so lovely, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was really nice. And I Evie and I are planning on doing this once a month, hopefully, across his
Yeah.
fingers. And we were thinking of doing the next one um, Australian evening time. No, Australian morning, Sunday morning, and European evening. So Saturday evening.
Yeah, we can.
So have the just to see because then the Americans and more Europeans can also join. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, see, we can toss it. It's just nice. Everybody's welcome, even if we just come on and have a chat or just
Yes.
hang out. And it's just,
Yeah, it
Laurika,
was so lovely to see you guys. Yeah.
can I have one card?
Of course, Evie. Sorry,
Just
I should have. I didn't. I'm sorry.
just quickly, just doesn't have to be, just quickly. And
Yes.
then and we can come on and we can do this again, everybody.
Yes.
And just hang out.
What is it that you would like to message about, Evie? Is it
Any, whatever whispers to me.
from
I'll
from
know
spirit?
I'll know what it is when it whispers.
Okay, cool.
I'll
Okay.
I'll catch it.
You'll catch
I'll
them.
catch it.
Excellent.
I'll hear it. That's fun. It is. Juvies.
Oh, Oh, I love the Two of Wands. He's
Oh,
standing on this tower with the world in his hand,
yes.
and and the cat's like, "Come on, man, let's do this." Whatever it is, he has his wand as well there in his hand with the world, and the cat's like, "Okay, are we going? What are we doing?" It's like a he's on his way to do something. So there's something that maybe um, you need to do, something that needs to, yes, cute, that you need to, move on, or, it's like something that you might be thinking of, or um, that you need to do. And the second card is about, it's the tuberose, which is the card of desire. Be certain of where you place your passion. So it's saying that, there's maybe something you need to do, that you thinking about, or you planning, or whatever, and it's almost like you have everything there. You've got the world, you've got the magic, you've got
Yes.
everything. You just need to step off and do it,
Oh,
right?
that
And this is saying it has to do with like a desire, like it's a passion that you have. It's something that you want to do, but you
yes.
haven't maybe stepped over
Oh
yet.
my.
This,
Oh, it makes sense.
oh, good.
Laurika, I'll have to email you later when I think of it, but the tuberose, I read something about a tuberose this week. I read something, I don't know if it was in a book,
Mm.
because it caught my attention, but I've got to go back and think where it's popped up. But I went for a job interview on Friday.
Oh, yes.
And it's only for a Tuesday afternoon for 4 hours.
Okay.
And it's then another 3 hours spread over the fortnight, and filling in one day for an RDO. So it's really short hours, and I'm waiting to hear.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yes.
so I'm waiting to hear. Put
Yeah.
your red hat on.
Yeah, because he's standing there like ready for
Sorry.
something, but it hasn't happened, right?
Yeah, no, and I'm sort of still hiding in my little tower there, my little castle, aren't I?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I did wish for a work for home job, and when they rang me, they said, with your experience, if it's just the 4 hours a week, would you like to work from home doing some admin for us? Can you believe that? Because it wasn't advertised as work from
Oh,
home.
wow. 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 And that's like much nicer working from
Oh,
home, right? Yeah.
because I wished for that, but it wasn't when I applied for it. It was,
Yeah.
I'll have to go into the office for 4 hours, but other than that, they said, do you want to do some work from home? If you're,
Oh, that's
we'll see.
lovely, Evie. Well, we like whichever way should happen for you will happen, right?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
What will be, will be.
Yes.
So thank you, Laurika. That was lovely.
Oh, thank you, Evie.
So that was lovely, everybody. The hero's journey.
This is so
Yes,
true. Yeah.
so true. Well, thank you, Laurika. This has been lovely for a lovely
Mm, it was so
little
nice. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I had a wonderful
the
time.
full time. Yeah, it's lovely. Friendship circle. So
Yes.
anyone that joins next time new, you're all welcome. Come into
Yes.
it's a nice little circle of joy.
Circle of joy.
Yay!
Yay. Okay.
So we're
Yeah.
wishing you all a beautiful, beautiful journey until next time. Take care. And we're thinking of you, and thank you for your friendships and just for the lovely energy here. that's what YouTube is about for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, everyone. It was so lovely to share your energy today. So thanks.
Yes. So bye. Take
Bye.
care, everybody. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.